That's the real Kendra already on there. So, oh, she already started the recording. Oh, she came on and recorded, so I don't even have to worry about that. Cool. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and get started since she started it. I see it up there recording. Hey, everybody. Happy Thursday to everybody. I'm excited to be on here on this Zoom with you guys tonight. For those of you that don't know me, hey, honey. Hey, Kendra. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Dana Jordan, and I am a Purple Diamond Leader. I've been in the business for, it will be 5 years in April. And I love this journey. I am an It Works lifer. And
from Michael.
Okay, wait, Kendra. I have access to your stuff. Go ahead. Is on it. I can close out of your thing there. And so I've been in for 5 years, and it has been an amazing journey. I would not trade it for the world. Now, one thing I love to do, I am truly a green. Hey, quiet. I am truly a green, and I love charting. I absolutely love charting. And so it is something that I think I've mastered for me, for my style, my green. And so I'm excited to share that with you guys tonight. So the first things first, I do want to ask you a question, and I do this all the time, and I want to see your response from it. You can do it without unmuting your phones or anything like that. But I want to ask you, have you smiled today? And if you have not smiled today, I want you to get a smile on your lips right now and smile. Let me see those pearly whites. Those of you that I can see you, let me see you smile. Amy is so cute. I just love you. I see y'all. I see you. Okay. And so, in everything I do, I try to start my day with a smile. So, with this, I just want to share a few disclaimers. My goal tonight is not to take away from anything that you've already been taught as it relates to charting. Okay. One thing I know about this business is that we are so much better together, and we can learn from each other. And so we all have different styles. We all have different ways of doing things. And it's just good to know and learn a different style or a different way of doing it. I love, like I said, I love numbers. I love charting. I love it. And so don't think you have to do it like me. I just want to share it with you. You take it, you eat the meat, and you spit out the bones, and you use whatever it is that you want to use from what I have to share tonight. Is that okay? Give me a thumbs up. All right. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I am going to screen share real quick. Oh, where is it? Let me minimize the screen real quick. Is it going to let me screen share, Kendra, or do you have to turn it over to me or something? I think it's going to let me do it, but hang on. Let me see if I have this on the screen back here. All right, there it is. So let me see if it'll let me screen share it. I'm just going to say, oh, here we go. Let's see. Maybe that's it. Can y'all see that? Yes, give me a thumbs up. I can't see y'all like I could see y'all before. Okay, you can see it.
Yeah,
okay. All right, cool. All right, I hope y'all got y'all charts. I hope y'all have them in front of you so you can kind of follow. You're going to be looking at the screen most of the time. I'm going to be talking all over the place. So I'm glad this is recorded. So charting 101. So we're going to start it off. I'm a techie, so you'll see all my administrative. I love being an administrator, so that's what you'll see in this. So what you will learn tonight, my goal is that you will walk away knowing how to master charting and not freak out. I think what happens a lot is that we see the charts and we freak out, especially when you get to like diamond. And some people freak out just with the chart period. And so my goal is that you're going to learn how to master it and not freak out at all. And let me say this too. I know we have something in the eSuite that allows us to plug in people and chart online. When I came in, I learned it the old school way, and I'm just really stuck with that way. I like printing out my charts. I like writing on the piece of paper and having that. And so that's how I'm going to share with you tonight. If you do it the electronic way, more power to you. Great job. I was trained on the paper manual way, and so I love doing it that way. The next thing is you're gonna learn building wide versus building deep. And I think that's a question that some people may or may not even know to ask about, but it's something, being in the business almost 5 years, is something that I've learned, and I know it works best for my organization. How to strategically place within your organization. While the organizational chart is, it's full of boxes, we don't want to look at our team as just a box. We are not in the business of just filling boxes. We are building our legacies, and we are building a team. How to volume forecast and have a plan of attack for each month. Like I said earlier, I love numbers. And so I look at the numbers and I try to budget forecast. Yeah, I do that too, but volume forecast, and have a plan on what I need to do each and every month that I am building my team. And how to use stacking to your advantage. Knowing how to place volume in a specific spot so that it trickles up where everyone benefits. And how to move and switch things up in your organization. You may start out with somebody in your executive spot, but maybe things aren't moving along as fast as they hope to, but then you got a rock star that comes in, and they're coming in with 2-3 distributors. Then you just kind of switch things up on your chart and move people accordingly where it makes sense. So I hope you have your charts handy, because we're going to get going. First things first, I don't know if there is a formal definition for charting. I haven't found it anywhere, nor have I really looked, but this is my definition of charting. Charting is looking at your business as a whole and strategically building your book of business. Charting requires taking an overall look at your business and making decisions based on what makes the most sense for ongoing sustainable growth. Because you can put people on this chart all day long, but if they are not running, or they're not workers, so to speak, you won't be able to sustain it. So you want to make sure you got some people, or if you're placing all of the volume, if you are the one that's doing all the work. I'm not going to say I made the mistake, because how I did it in the beginning, it propelled me to where I am today. But I built a couple people, and those people aren't with me anymore because they didn't do it. And I do believe that when you do it, you appreciate it more. And so just make sure we are building smart, and so that it's sustainable to your growth. Okay, so what I want to do first, before we even get into looking at the actual charts, is the crazy BV, PBV, GV. What is it? People get so crazy with that, and so I want to just give you a couple definitions so you can screenshot this. I want to move this thing. I can't move it. So the first things first is BV. That is bonus volume, and bonus volume is the assigned value of a product for the purposes of qualification and calculation of bonuses and commissions for distributors. So with all of our products, we have a BV assigned to it. So wraps are $59, but the BV on it is $54. Okay, that's the bonus volume. Then we got the PBV, which is personal bonus volume, and that is the sum of the bonus volume for your personal orders and all personally enrolled loyal customers and retail orders for you. That's all your personal stuff. And all of this stuff right here is in the compensation plan. I just kind of wanted to do a snapshot as we move into charting, so you know what when I say PV or BV. GV is your group volume, and that is the sum of your personal volume plus the personal volume of every single distributor within your downline organization. Okay. You are also going to hear me talk about qualified legs, and so I want to tell you what a qualified leg is. A qualified leg is one with at least 400 total group volume coming from anywhere in the depth of the leg. So anywhere from the depth of that leg. And as we move into the charts, I'll be able to show you how each leg each box, I don't really like to say boxes, but you know what I mean. Each box represents a leg. And in that leg, anywhere from the depth of that leg, you can have that 400 group volume. The top distributor of a leg does not have to be commission qualified for the leg to be considered a qualified leg. So if you got volume, if you got some people on, say, on your top line, and you got the top line person is not working at all, but they have loyal customers and distributors and everything under them, that from that volume, you still can get that 400 GV, whether the person is commission qualified or not. The commission qualified just means if they're going to get paid or not. And so commission qualified, what that is when you first sign up as a distributor and you get that business builder kit, you are automatically commission qualified once you set up your auto ship and all the other stuff. But I think it's just automatic when you first start. And then thereafter, when you're just, when you're a distributor and you're starting to work your business, you have to have a processed 80 BV auto ship. Not just having the auto ship set up, it has to be processed in order for you to be commission qualified. Or you can have 150 in personal bonus volume, and that also makes you commission qualified. And so each distributor on your first level represents a separate leg. Oh, I said that already, so you know that. All right, so let's get started. This is our first chart. For those of you that have just started in the business, I want you to grab you an executive chart. And even if you don't have any distributors right now, write down the names of the people that you are thinking about talking to since you just got started. And so this right here, as you can see, you just need 2 qualified legs. And 2 qualified legs is 400 BV. Having 400 BV within anywhere in the depth of that leg. And so we'll start with me. So this is my, I'm going to act like this is my chart. And because I just started, my focus should be on the steps to success, right? So I should be trying to get my 4 loyal customers and my 3 distributors. But the great thing is, to promote to our first level promotion, you just need 2 distributors. And those 2 distributors need to have 400 in volume in order for you to hit that promotion, okay? And so you want to teach your team. So now, I'm new, so I'm searching for people. I'm sharing this opportunity. I'm sharing the products, and I'm getting people. And so now I got my first distributor. And so my first distributor is Keisha. So I'm going to throw her in that box. I'm going to teach Keisha to do the same things that I'm doing right now. And that's the steps to success, over and over and over again, for the lifeline of your business. Steps to success is where it's at. And so I got my first distributor. I got Keisha. And then, I got Frank. Now, this isn't how I did it when I first started, but for the purpose of this video, this is how I'm gonna this Zoom. This is how I'm going to do it. So now I got Keisha and Frank, and so the goal now is for me to reach my promotion is to help my team get their loyal customers and get pumped up in the whole 9 yards, okay? We're gonna be sharing. We work as a team. There's no I in team, so we work together. And so what's in my best interest at this stage in the game, I'm new, but I'm getting customers. I got my 4 loyal customers already, but I also got 4 more customers. So what can I do? I can put those customers under me, and I can have all that volume, or I can give Keisha 1 or 2 and Frank 1 or 2. So let's just say I'm going to give them 2. You know how that benefits me? It's in my best interest to go ahead and give them 2. Or I could say I give them 1 because I know Keisha's busting her butt and she's working, and Frank is busting his butt and he's working. So I'll give them both 1. And they are so excited that they got that 1, they want to get another one. And so when they get that second one, guess what happens? I get a guaranteed $100 bonus. So that's $200 for these 2 people. And that's just for teaching them to do the same things that I'm doing, right? So that's Keisha and Frank. And so over here, it says, okay, now my executive chart is full. And okay, I went through all that stuff already. But let me tell you something. I cannot promote to this rank if I do not process my auto ship, my 80 BV auto ship, or have 150 in bonus volume. If you are not commission qualified, you cannot advance to that rank. So make sure you keep that auto ship tight. Now, when you're new and you're coming in the business and you have customers like crazy, I know for me, when I first started out and I did my party, what I did was I honed into packs at parties because I wanted to maximize my volume and what I was going to get. And so I would promote the pack. So I would say, you know what, the skinny pack, you know, after going through the wrap and the defining gel and the fat fighter, I would say, you know, you guys love this. You can get the fat fighter free with this pack. And guess what? If 5 people at my party signed up and they got the skinny pack, that is 80 BV per person, which gives me 400 group volume. So now I am a qualified leg just from that party. So make sure you are maximizing those packs. And, you know, of course, you're the health coach and you take the consultative approach and you offer whatever it is that you know that they need, but maximize and utilize the packs that are that we have. Okay, so next up is Ruby, and I love Ruby. Do you guys see this on the screen, or is it just me? Do you see the faces right here, or you just see my screen? Nope, you must not.
That's your screen. That's your screen.
That's my screen. Okay, good, because I keep moving this because I'm thinking you guys can't see it. Okay, this is Ruby. So this is our first gym level promotion. I love Ruby because rubies build diamonds. You can just build ruby after ruby after ruby after ruby, and you can build to diamond. Okay. The one thing about ruby is that you just need 5 distributors. So if you just got 5 friends, 5 of your best friends, get them signed up and you can go ruby. Okay. So now I'm gonna carry over what I had on my executive chart. So this is me, and so now I had Keisha and I had Frank. And so when I look at this, I see that I have, okay, I gotta move this thing, it keeps getting in my way. What's needed now is that I need 1 more person on my top line, and Keisha needs 2 people on her top line, right? And we know that all these people need to be at 400 BV in order to be a qualified leg. Now, like I said earlier, we can move people around, we can change some things up based on how people are growing, how they're building. But for right now, I have Keisha and I have Frank. And so I know I need 3 more DTs, right? So I can get 1 and I can help Keisha get 2. So now let's move to us getting those distributors. I got Keisha, I got Frank, and then guess what? I come in contact with Daryl, and I put Daryl on my top line, because what I do is with each level, I make sure I get everything that I need on that top line first before I go and start building deep within my team. And I think on the Emerald chart, I can really show you that a little bit better. And so now I got Daryl, and then Keisha is on fire, and she's got Lexi, and she's got Shonda. So now, boom. So right now, my Ruby chart is all filled in. And each person, once again, I keep reiterating it so you guys get it in your head that 400 BV/GV is a qualified leg anywhere within the depth of that leg. Okay. So now that this is all filled in, I'm so excited. So I got to work on making sure that we get the volume we need so that I can reach my promotion and Keisha can also reach her promotion. And so now here's something that I do. I do budget, I keep saying budget, volume forecasting on the 15th of the month and on the 25th of the month. And what I mean by that is I take a look at my organization as a whole and I see where the numbers are. I use volume total by distributor, and I see where everyone is on the 15th. And so let's just say that this is where everyone is on the 15th. So the black number is where they are, and the red number is what they need. So right now, Frank has 300 in volume, so he needs 100. Daryl is at 100, he needs 3. Lexi is at 370, she just needs 30. Shonda doesn't have any volume right now, she needs 400. And so when I see this, what I do is I take that leadership role, and I'm looking, I'm like, ooh, does Lexi even know that she's only 30 away from being in the 400 club? Wow, okay, Shonda needs 400. So what are we going to do? Maybe we can do some contests for them to really, really push to get some loyal customers. Maybe we'll do some type of incentive. Now, granted, you don't have to do incentives because we're all independent distributors and we all should be working. We all should be pushing to share this opportunity and to share the products with people. But incentives sometimes just make people work a little harder. And so I'm going to connect with Keisha and I'm going to say, hey, did you see? Lexi is so close. If you have any customers coming in, right now it would be in your best interest to go ahead and help Shonda out. Because you know what? Lexi has already gotten to 370. I'm sure she can get somebody to try the greens, and so you want to be able to have those conversations with your team. While Keisha, you're training her to do the same thing that I'm training her to do, the same thing that I did. So she knows what to do, but I'm having that constant communication to say, hey, check this out. Maybe you didn't see this. Let's give her a call. Or I can call Lexi and say, hey, girl, you're almost at the 400 club. You need to go ahead and order you some greens. And so, but the approach we would take would be to work more with Shonda. And so right now, okay, Frank and Daryl. Okay, Frank has 300, Daryl has 100. I'm going to work with them to get to 400. So any loyal customers I'm bringing in, yes, I can definitely keep them for myself. But I am so close to promoting to Ruby. Why not help my team and give them some loyal customers? And Keisha knows what to do, so she's going to do the same thing for her team. But when it comes down to the wire, if I need to put a loyal customer under Lexi, I'm going to do that because it benefits everyone involved. I always say when everyone is working, everyone wins. Every promotion, it's a trickle up effect. So with Ruby, you got two promotions. You got me going Ruby and Keisha going executive. So why not help the team? So that's Ruby. Oh, now, commission qualified. We talked about that before. As you notice, you see that all these other ones, I wish I could click on this thing and use this annotation. I don't think I can do it. Oh, wait, let's see. Maybe I can, so I can draw on here real quick. Let's see. As you see, like this right here is 400 BB. Like all these are 400 BB, right? But this executive one right here doesn't have that. And that's because you just need to be commission qualified. And it's so funny because when I first started this business, that went over my head. And so I was steady trying to get all boxes at 400. And so what I would do is I would stack, because if Lexi is on fire and she's got 370 and Keisha's got 200 or whatever, I would place, like in this case, Lexi doesn't need a lot, but say she needed a lot, I would place an order under Lexi and it would trickle up and it would benefit both Lexi and Keisha. So I'm getting them both to 400 at the same time, okay? But for the sake of this Ruby chart, you just need to be commission qualified to hit that rank and then worry about the 400 boxes that are under you. All right, so I gotta take it off of this thing. There it is, okay. So now, hang on. Here it is. Okay, and so looking at this chart, I know now that I need 830 in volume because I am volume forecasting. And so what I do is on the 15th, I look at it and then I look at it again on the 25th. And why do I do that? That's because that's the last day for auto ships. And so let's just say that this one right here that we're looking at is the last day. Then I know exactly what's needed. I know I need 830 total within my organization to hit my promotion. And so I work with my team so that we all can get that. It is a collective effort. It is not one person. It is everybody working together to make sure that we all win. So the next one is, I'm going to erase this. The next one is Emerald. And so all we're doing is we're going to carry over everything that was on our Ruby chart. So we got Keisha, we got Frank, we got Daryl, we got Lexi, we got Shonda. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So those are the 5 people that were already on our chart. So now here we are. We're looking at our Emerald chart. At a glance, we know what we need. For Emerald, you need 14 distributors. And now when you bring over your distributors from Ruby, now you need 9 people to go ahead and fill in your Emerald chart. So right now at a glance, we see we need new DTs in all those spots. Those are 9 new DTs. Let's move to this slide where we're going to show how we are getting new people. Same thing. It's the same concept. It's just really taking your charts and moving one into the other. And it's easy when you can just see it at a glance. So now, I'm going to go back. So now I know my first move would be to make sure I finish out that top line for me to go Emerald. I know that to be an Emerald, I need 4 people on my top line. So say this case, I have maybe 3 new distributors. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I complete that last leg on my top line. So that's done. So now I got Markeisha. I got her in. I'm working with Keisha and I'm saying, Keisha, you know what you need? You know, she's still doing the steps to success. So she's got 1 person. So now she's got Angela, and Angela's on her top line. Well, it's a trickle down effect. So we're teaching Lexi the same things. And so now Lexi has 2 people that she brings in, Arlene and Art. And so now we're building deep. And so remember, I said I got 3 distributors. And so Frank is having a hard time bringing in people. And so I'm looking at my chart and I'm like, man, you know, I got Rashonda coming in. I'm going to go ahead and put her under Frank, because it is in my best interest, because I am building my book of business. I also have Monica. I'm going to go ahead and put her under Frank. You know why? Because I've completed my top line already. I don't need any more people right now. I just need those 4 people for me to go Emerald. Now, I could have put Rashonda on my top line, but then Rashonda's kind of just sitting there until I move to the next promotion. Whereas if I put her under Frank, this is an opportunity for possibly for her to promote and for Frank to promote at the same time. So Rashonda came in and she's on fire, but Frank, he ends up getting a distributor. So he's got Michelle, so he puts her in. Okay, Rashonda, like I said, she's on fire, so she comes in with 2 people, Donna and Reggie. She's like, I'm on fire, I'm ready. And now guess what? My diamond chart is completed. And so the same thing that I did with my Ruby chart, the same thing that I did with my executive chart, now I'm going to go through and do my volume forecasting. And honestly, guys, it's the same thing over and over again. I know where everyone is. So now I plug those numbers in, and I have my chart and I have a pencil and I go through and I map out where everyone is. And I do that so I know what I need to do, where I need to focus my efforts. You know, everything that I need to do to make sure that this happens. So like, okay, let me click this. So once again, the commission qualified, the reason why they don't have that 400 GV under them is because they just need to be commission qualified. And in order for them to hit that rank, they just need to be commission qualified. Okay, now I had something happen to me early on in the business where I was building someone to Ruby. And let's just use Frank as an example. So I'm building him to Ruby, and everybody has 400. Everything is great. And so I don't understand why Frank is not switching over to Ruby, and I don't understand why Rashonda isn't switching over to executive. Well, you know why she wasn't switching? It's because she was not commission qualified. She wasn't commission qualified, and so it won't switch over. You have to be commission qualified when you're in that gym spot or when you're in a promotion level spot, okay? And so get that in your head and understand why it doesn't have that 400 under the gym spots or the promotion levels. It's because commission qualified is what you need in those spots. Okay. And so next we have, okay, so I'm looking at the total volume that I need for Emeralds, and that's freaking awesome. And it's so doable. And so I can take it as a whole, or I can separate it as Frank and Keisha. Keisha, because I've taught her this, she's doing the same thing. So I can call her and say, hey, what you got? You need like 775 to go Ruby. And so, and then Frank needs like 1,200 or so. And so because Keisha's on fire, I'm going to let Keisha be. And I'm going to let her go ahead and run her business and build those and get those little customers in and all the other stuff. But my efforts needs to be more so over there where Frank is, because he needs more volume. So with that, I'm going to be getting little customers, and I'm going to place them where it makes sense. And it makes sense for me to place them under Monica and Michelle and Donna and Reggie. It makes sense for me to go deep and place those, because it benefits me in the long run. It benefits everybody in the long run. See, when one promotes, we all can promote. And so in this promotion with Emerald, you got me going Emerald, you got Keisha going Ruby, you got Frank going Ruby, and Lexi and Rashonda are going executive because of our collective efforts. And all we're doing right now is duplicating steps over and over and over again. So now we're going to move on to Diamond. I'm only going to do, this is the last one I'm going to do. I'm only doing executive to Diamond, because once you get to Diamond, really between Ruby and Emerald, Diamond, you should kind of have it. You should kind of know what to do when it comes to charting. And so this will be the last one for you guys. And so we bring over everybody that was on the other side. We bring them over. I think that's where we are. Yep, that's everybody, right? And so now we, at a glance, we can see where we are. See, it's not as scary when you are able to plug those people in and you see where you are. It's like, OMG, right? So you need 24 distributors to go Diamond. And so now I think here we have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we need 10. So right now, with all your people from Emerald, you just need 10. You need 10. And if you look at it from that standpoint, when you're putting all the numbers into your charts, not the numbers, putting all the people into your chart, you're like, oh man, I just need 10. Let's go hard. So we know that, here we go. So you can see it at a glance, what you need. So let's move to, now we got those people. So we're gonna put this in. So I got Tina, I got one more person. Remember I told you, I don't, if I get distributors in, I do not place them anywhere other than my top line if I'm needing that last leg on my top line. And so with Diamond and above, you only need 5 distributors on your top line. And so what makes sense for me to do is, since I had Keisha, I have Frank, I have Daryl, Markeisha. So now, even though other people need distributors within my organization, I am going to make sure that I cover this one first. And so Tina goes there. And now we have Lexi, we have Shonda, Keisha now got a new rock star, and that's Susan. So she's going to put Susan there. She is going to finish out the 4 distributors that she needs on her top line for her to go Emerald. And then Lexi is going to continue on, and she has Shanita, she has Art, she has Arlene. There's something different about this one, and we'll see it on the next slide. And then Shanita comes in, and she's on fire, and she's got 2 people, and she's running, and they're running right with her. Then we have Shonda, and Shonda has Rochelle and a couple other people, and they're going at it. They're doing the dang thing. And so now we got everybody. All the boxes are filled in. And once again, the same little thing pops up. Everybody needs to be at 400 BB. We go through the budget. I keep saying budget, volume forecasting. And now here are all our numbers once again. And so for me, I needed the visual. I needed to go in and look and see where everyone is so that I could know what my plan of attack was. And this, what I've shown you, is building deep. And I can't remember if I said it or not earlier, but you can have all these people on your top line. They can just be on there. You have 20 people on your top line. And that can sometimes take a little longer to promote unless you got 10 rock stars that are just rocking it out. But if you don't, it will take a little longer when you put everybody on your top line. You need to look within the depth of your organization and place strategically, and place where it makes sense. I am not saying place somebody under a non-worker. That's not what I'm saying. Have I done that? Yep, I've done it. But I don't promote doing that. Okay, so make sure you are giving distributors, if you are giving distributors, to people who are working for it. Keisha works for it, so why not? She's a rock star on the team, so why not give her a distributor? But make it clear. You have to set the stage when you are placing distributors. Hey, you know what? I am going to place this distributor under you, and I want us to work together to work with this distributor, or whatever, however you want to do it. But you need to set the stage so people are held accountable, and it's not just that you're giving it to them. Make sure they know that this is not how I normally do things. However, I'm going to do this or that. I have some girls that are going to be signing up within these couple weeks, and I was sharing with them, what, I'm getting lots of loyal customers. And what I want to do is, when you come in, I want to set you up for success. So I would be willing, when you sign up, to go ahead and give you your first 2 loyal customers. And they're like, what? Oh my goodness, well then I need to get 2 more, or whatever the case may be. So make sure you set the stage, and I'll let them know, just as a initial, something I said to her, I can't remember what I said, but it was just like, as for signing up or something like that. When you sign up, and for signing up, my gift to you would be to
give you. I can't get it to go any lower. Are you on your way home?
Uh-oh. Who's unmuted? Riley?
Oh my God, did I unmute myself? I'm sorry.
You're fine. To give that person their first 2 loyal customers. And so make sure, you are taking care of your leaders. It's okay. It's okay. I remember when I was promoting, I think it was to Diamond, or I can't remember what it was, and Amy and Keisha, and we all, Rashonda, like we all were working so hard together. Whenever Amy got a loyal, at that point, she was in that place where I think she was going to go double. And so whenever she got a loyal, and if I needed 30 BB somewhere, she would throw that loyal to me. And so it's okay to work with your team when everyone is working together. I don't believe in building dead legs. I don't believe in that anymore. Well, not that I believed in it before, but it just kind of happened, and I needed to do that. But when you build someone who's not working, it's not sustainable. When someone is not working, it's not sustainable. Yeah, it'll be good for a while, but if they didn't work for it, they didn't earn it, they don't really hold on to it like you hold on to it. And that's when disappointment and discouragement and all that stuff creeps in there, and you're like, I wish I hadn't done it. But so yeah, that's it for there. I got off on a tangent there. Once again, the commission qualified, just showing you again that those people just need to be commission qualified. And for this one, the total volume needed is 2445. OMG. I remember getting to 2445 in volume. Oh, if there are chats going, I will look at them in a little bit when I'm done. So just give me 1 second. 2445 for Diamond. What? Oh my goodness. I remember when I got down to 2445, somewhere along those lines, and I was so close to promoting to Diamond. And you guys, let me tell you something. When you work together as a team, I mean, my team, they pulled together for me. They wanted me to hit diamond just as much as I wanted to hit diamond. I wanted Keisha to get emerald just as much as she wanted it. And we just wanted it. And we worked together. We put our heads together. I love my team, and I'm not gonna get emotional, because I had people that wanted Keisha to get to emerald or whatever so bad that they were willing to give a loyal customer. And they are not even somebody like Rashonda. She doesn't affect Keisha at all. And so I'm saying that to say, when you come together and you work together and you want it for your upline and you want it for your team, my team wanted it for me. And we worked hard and they did whatever it took and I got it. We all worked and we all shared loyals, and it was amazing. Now, I mean, that may not be for everybody. Everybody may not feel like they want to give up anything. But let me tell you something, a closed fist, you can't receive nothing when this fist is closed. But when it's open, you can receive and you can also give. So be a giver. We are servant leaders. It's okay. It's okay. I heard someone at a training, she, I can't remember who it was. I can see her face so clearly. I can't think of her name right now. But she said, I give. I don't care. I don't care where they are in my organization. I give because I want to help my team. And those are the hearts that we need to have. My disclaimer is don't be giving to people that's not working, because they're not going to appreciate it. And that's truth. Yeah, don't be given to nobody if they're not working. Or if they're not working, you have a conversation with them. It's okay. Sometimes we get stuck in not wanting to have those conversations, but sometimes we need to say, okay, listen, what you doing? What are you doing? Because I got these people, but I'm a little apprehensive about putting them under you because you're really not doing anything. And then that could spark a fire in their butts and get them moving or not. And from that, you know how to move forward after that conversation. So don't be afraid to have those tough conversations. Okay, so now, remember I said on the chart previous, I said something is different about this. So sometimes in the business, you have to switch some things up. And so initially, Lexi started out with Arlene in that executive spot. And Art, and then she needed a new DT, and then Arlene needed 2 new DTs. But Shanita came in, and she is on fire, right? And so, yeah, Lexi can put Shanita in that 400 BV spot right here, or because Shanita comes in on fire, and she has 2 distributors. So you got to do what makes business sense. Yes, Arlene, you want her to get to executive, and that's great. But right now, Shanita is the one that's on fire. So let's put Shanita in the executive. And so that's why this one right here, I switched it to, come on here. I switched this one. Didn't mean to do it that way. See, I don't have a steady hand. But I switched it to where Shanita is in that executive spot, right? And so that's what I mean when I say you gotta sometimes switch things up. I can't remember if I was going diamond or if I was going double diamond, and I had Keisha in a prime spot. Well, some people on her team, they kind of fell off, and it wasn't looking like it was gonna be able to happen. But on the other hand, Frank's side was like booming. They were booming. And so I had to make the decision, Frank's side and then another one of my legs, I think, which is on fire. And I had to make the decision, I got to take Keisha out of this spot, and I got to put her in the 400 spot. Mind you, she's got a whole team, but it just wasn't moving. It didn't make business sense to leave her there when switching it up. I was only like 2 boxes away from hitting what I needed to hit. And so that's when you have to always be looking at your book of business, so you know how to switch things up. You know how to move and finagle stuff. you know how to change the game with the people that are coming in. You got rock stars and they're coming in with distributors. That's when you look at it and you say, okay, wait a minute, I think I'm going to switch her to here. I'm going to switch this person to there. And it's not saying that those, like Arlene will never hit that executive spot, but for right now, for Lexi to go Ruby, oh yeah, we're putting Shanita in that spot because it makes sense. It makes sense to do that. It's something I wanted to say at the screen, and I didn't put it on here. All right, I think that's it. We're gonna go to the next one. All right, so this right here, it says, okay, I hit my gym level. I hit that rank. Now what, right? So after you've hit a gym level, so that's diamond all the way up to ambassador, right? After you've hit the gym level, you don't have to worry about all the 400 BB and GB boxes anymore. You can maintain it just with volume. And in your compensation plan, there is a little, what's it called? A chart that highlights what the monthly maintenance is for maintaining those ranks. And so when I say that, what I mean is you don't have to go in and be figuring out those 400 boxes anymore. You know, as a Ruby at Ruby, once you hit 4,000, that you can still hit your rank whether all the boxes are at 400 or not. I remember having two qualified legs. Well, I think it was more. I think it was with Emerald. I think I had 3 qualified legs. But I had the volume and I wasn't lopsided or anything like that. And I was still able to hit my rank. So make sure you know that once you hit it, you got to do it that one time. You got to go through all the 400s and all that stuff the first time you hit it. But once you hit a gym level, you can maintain it with volume. Okay. And so here's something that comes up with that. Like, oh no, I'm lopsided. What do I do? So what happens is if your volume reflects your maintenance requirement and your rank hasn't changed, there's a good chance that you are lopsided, okay? No worries. Sometimes we have teammates that are on the fast track, which can lead to you having one leg that is really strong while the other ones are still building, okay? So here's a quick formula. You want to write this one down. A quick formula to help you figure out how much you are lopsided and what you need to do, okay? So the formula is your group volume. So in your eSuite, you see your PBV, I think it is, and then on the other side is your GV, and so you want to go by your GV. So your group volume minus your strongest distributor volume, so that strongest leg, equals your actual volume, okay? And then you take your actual volume minus 1/2 the maintenance requirement. So see over here where it says 4,000 GV with no more than 2,000 BV counting from any one leg. So it's always half the maintenance requirement when you're doing this formula. So your actual volume minus 1/2 the maintenance required equals the volume needed within any leg other than your highest leg. And so let me give you a quick example. So this is someone who is diamond, and they've already hit diamond, and they are trying to make sure they maintain it. So my group volume is 10,000. My strongest DT, or my strongest leg, is at 13,000. And so 10,000 minus 13,000 is 3,000. So that 3,000, which is my actual volume, minus 5,000, which is 1/2 of the maintenance that is needed for diamond, equals 2,000, right? So we would normally do like 5,000 minus 3,000, 2,000. So that 2,000 is where I am lopsided. So I need 2,000 somewhere other than my strongest leg. So say my strongest leg is Keisha. So then I need 2,000 to be somewhere else. It needs to be under Frank. It needs to be under somebody else within my organization. Even if I am just placing orders within the team, I just can't place any under Keisha because that's where I'm heavy. So Keisha's heavy for me. She's strong for me, which is good. But for the purposes of me maintaining my promotion, I need to put some volume somewhere else. So now you do a contest or you do something where everyone can just power up and go and really, really try to get some customers and all the other stuff. And so what I've done in the past is, okay, Keisha's my strongest leg right now. So guess what? I'm going to let her be. I'm going to go ahead and do a group message or something with Frank's team. I'm going to do a message with Rashonda's team. I'm going to do a message with somebody else other than Keisha to get some fire going over here. I'm going to say, let's do a contest. The person that signs the most customers by Friday will get blah, 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 because that's where I need volume. And so that's how you are strategically building your business and making sure you're doing things where it makes sense to the overall organization, okay? So that's it, guys. That's all I have for you. I was going to go through all those big ones, but I did not want to scare the newbies. I didn't want to go through the double diamond, one and triple. I did not want to scare y'all. So I'm going to leave it there, and I'm going to say congratulations. You all made it through Charting 101 with DJ. Don't be afraid of the chart. Become one with the chart. Conquer the chart. You got this. Don't forget, promotions are great, but don't let them consume you. Chase the bank, not the rank. I'm going to go ahead and take it off of screen share. I need to check these things here. I see a lot of stuff. I got stuff going on right there. All right, I see y'all. Let's see. Anybody has any questions or anything that you guys need or want me to answer or anything like that? I hope I didn't scare you guys even more than you already were. I hope this helped you to really, really master the charts. I'm green, so I like to master stuff. So any questions, throw it out.
Awesome job, Dana. I think it was, perfect timing, given too that we, off that training, people were asking questions about charting, and I think it was a perfect time to see some kudos to you. Fantastic job.
Thank you, baby.
A lot of awesome information for people.
Thank you. Thank you, honey. Thank you, guys. It's recorded, so I can go back and read all the wonderful comments. All right. Hang on, let's see. Real quick, was the 830 a group volume? Yes, for Jen on that slide. It was the total volume of that entire chart. Which one was that? That was Ruby? Was that Ruby or was it Emerald? Yes, that was the total volume. Let's see. All right. Oh, yeah. Tiffany is the person who said that she gives people. All right. Kudos to Tiffany. I'm going through all these. Thank you. Oh, you're so funny, Erica. There's no right or wrong way. I'm green, and so I love charting, y'all. And I feel like I've mastered it. I just pull out them charts and I just go, go, go. So, yay. Thank you, guys. I love you guys. Love you, love you, love you. So if I don't have anything else, Kendra, if you have something or if anybody has any questions, throw them out. I can answer them. If not, that's it. That's all I have for you. Thank you for lending me your ear. This was something that, like I said, I love charting, and it was just something I woke up one morning and I text Amy really early. I said, Amy, I think are you okay with me just doing a Zoom on charting? She was like, what? I said, I want to open it up and help dealers. And do you think Kendra will be okay if I use her code? And I'm tripping in my head, like, who are you to just decide you want to do a Zoom? But what I do understand is that I have some things that people need to hear. And I am owning that more now than ever. I don't know what happened, because I used to own that and it was no question, but something came in to knock me off and to make me think that you guys wouldn't want to hear from me. But I'm stepping out. I'm back. She's back. So get ready. I'm going to be doing more Zooms. So other than that, Amy or Kendra, if you have something to say, I'm done. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dana. We really appreciate you. And the only last nugget I have is don't leave your charts at home. Don't leave your house without them. These are your new best friend. They are the new favorite lipstick that you have. You never go anywhere without it. Eat, breathe, sleep with your charts. Don't become obsessive with them. But if you get a new loyal customer, you're going to know what to do with it. You know, once you kind of get the grasp of those steps of success, you know, the second that you put those charts away is when you don't know the direction and you don't know what you're doing and what you're focusing on each day. But, you know, I did the same thing for myself. I dusted off a couple of different charts and now I'm like more excited than ever because I'm like, all right, now I know what direction to go, right? It's been a few weeks. So thank you so much.
One more thing. I totally forgot to say this. When you are charting and you are moving to that next promotion, don't get so focused on, say you got everything in place for Ruby and now you're focused on Emerald. You're not even looking at your Ruby chart. I want you guys to make sure you pull out. I used to have, now it's a little different because of my rank now. I don't have to start all the way from executive anymore, but I used to always carry my executive Ruby and Emerald chart with me and Diamond because I was hopeful everywhere I went. And I made sure every single month I filled each one of them out. Because let me tell you what happened to me. When I got stuck on, I was getting ready to go Emerald, and I was so focused on that Emerald chart that I was not looking at Ruby. And I remember the same kind of scenario I shared with the chart with Lexi. And Amy called me, or I think it was Kendra that time. Kendra's like, dude, do you know that you're just 60 away from hitting Ruby? Okay. I'm focused on Emerald, but Ruby, I just needed 60 to go ahead and hit that Ruby. See, I wasn't thinking about Ruby, and I could have almost missed it because it came down to the wire that I was not going to hit Emerald. And so I got stuck, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm not going to hit Emerald, maybe next month. But she's like, dude, you're 60 away from hitting Ruby. And so I just went in and placed the order. So make sure, you guys, especially from executive to Emerald, even all the way up to Diamond, making sure you are looking at every single one of your charts so that you don't miss anything until you really master it. And I know that Keisha's leg is going to be this. I know that this person's leg is around about this every month. But that takes time in the business. So when you're new, you have to pull out those charts and you have to volume forecast each month so you know your plan of attack and what you need to do. That's it. That was my last nugget that I totally forgot to. And that's it. I'm done. I'm done. Thank you. I love you guys so much. Did y'all get a picture?
Great
Everybody
job,
smile.
Dana.
Thank you, honey. There you go. I got y'all.
You did? Oh, okay. All right. Perfect. Good job.
I got you. Well, I got one. You can get one. I don't know how to do it through Zoom. I just screenshot on my computer. I'm able to do it.
Perfect. Nailed it. All right. Have a good night, you guys. Love you guys.
All right.
Yeah.